Hi, viewers. This is Rashid, your business and financial consultant. Uh, First of all, thank you very much for your watching our videos, liking and giving us your feedback through your uh, telephone calls, messages, and email that we receive here. And you also give us some questions, and then we discuss your situation. And this actually give us encouragement to produce more videos and give you more information regarding the mortgage financing. So today we have another interesting topic about the private mortgage. It, Many people actually ask questions about these private mortgages, and they have sometime little information, or sometimes they have actually uh, uh, not the right information that they have. So lots of confusion and myths are going on. So we'll talk about this today, about this private mortgage business. And these businesses are private mortgages actually mainly work on a equity base. They consider, and they the most important component for them is equity in your house, which is the main thing they look for, not like a banks that they have they ask you many other documentation and other things. So we have prepared a presentation for you regarding this private mortgage. You will come to know the insider look of the private mortgage. So let's see what we have today to show you. Um, so again, we have a presentation just like before, and we will give you the some questions and answers about this private mortgage. So what is a private mortgage and insider look of a private mortgage? So private mortgage is actually uh, is a type of a mortgage, or a type of a loan, mortgage loan, whereby funds can be secured from another person or a business rather than borrowing from a bank or any other financial institution. So you see that when we need mortgage, we usually go to the banks, but in private mortgage situation, we don't go to the banks. So we go to the private lenders. So now we'll discuss who are the private lenders, what kind of a private lenders there are, and who are their customer, and why they go to these private lenders. So let's see who could be a private lender. So private lender, any could be any person who is willing to lend you the money and put their name on the deed is considered a private lender. A private lender could be a person or a business as well. Like any wealthy person uh, could be a private lender, a rich person, or any sometime some businesses like some lawyers actually do this business. Sometimes they have accountants or other businesses also work as a private lender, and besides the any rich person that is doing this business. So it's not a bank or financial institution. So now the question comes that who are the customers for this private mortgage? Uh, Private mortgage is actually has a very niche market, very special people, certain kind of a people, those approach to this private mortgage. Not anyone goes, but anyone can go. There's no uh, restriction for that. So anyone who is disqualified from the bank or by any other financial institutional lender like trust company, credit union, insurance company, etc. Uh, you see, when they declined by the banks or the regular financial institution lenders, then they have no choice rather other than to go to these uh, private lenders. Or if they have a low beacon score, you see, every lender has a their condition that you have to have this much beacon score. banks have different criteria, credit unions have different criteria, insurance companies have different criteria. But for those who are not qualifying their low beacon score for these institutions, they come to this private lender to borrow their money, or buy their home through this private mortgage. And then they have a bad credit, like judgment on file. Sometimes they have no financial institution will lend them money, or maybe majority of them will not let them money. And then sometimes people actually lose their job, and they don't have income, but still they want to buy for a home, or they want to have some money for their personal needs. They're not being qualified by the banks or other institutions. So then they go to this private mortgages. Um, Another, that sometimes their personal circumstances changed, like maybe divorce happened, maybe some accident happened, or something like that, and they are in trouble. And due to that situation, they are not able to fulfill the institutional lenders' conditions, and so those are the customers for this private mortgage. Uh, Sometimes they also have their appraisal decline due to some problem in the house, as a major problem or some problem, not qualifying their appraisal. So institutional lenders decline their appraisal. Then they have no option but to go to this private lenders or private mortgage, or any other condition they are not able to fulfill, asked by the institutional lenders. What happened that when we go for a mortgage with the institutional lenders, they after approving the mortgage, once they approve, they send you a commitment letter to sign, and it's a kind of an agreement as well. But in that agreement, that they put certain conditions and certain documents to be provided, like maybe a recent pay stub, or maybe last 2 years, 3 years financial for business for self people, and things like that. It happens that some people are not able to produce those documents, or they are not any other condition they are not able to fulfill. Then their mortgage get declined by the institutional lenders, but still they have an option to go to the private mortgages, or any other reason that if they are not able to obtain the money from fresh institutional lenders, then they go to this private mortgage. So those are the mortgage customers. Now we'll see what are the advantages to going to this private mortgage lender. You see that it's a fast cash available. Fast cash available mean that they have a shortened and a fast procedure to give you money, as not as just like banks or financial institutions. They have their certain procedure, and it goes sometime 2 days, 3 days, or sometimes there's a backlog as well, or many other reasons. um, it sometimes it takes many days. But in private mortgages, you may get within 24 hours, you can get money, maybe 48 hours max. They will provide you money. They have a faster procedure. And then no income verification, like you in a banks, they call your employer, and they ask you certain documents and blah. There is many conditions you have to fulfill. And then they you have to have a certain credit check, like a certain beacon score, etc. But here is not a requirement for that, so there is no requirement for your beacons as well. And so these ease of qualifying, you get qualify easily, based on your equity in your home, not because of your income or your other situation. So they look at your equity, how much equity you have, money available in your home. And then it's a payable anytime. Either it's a sometime there is a no penalty for that, and sometimes they have a small penalty depending on lender to lender situation. But it's a very convenient way. And then you have a low monthly payment actually, because these are interest only. When you have a mortgage from institutional lenders, your payment has two components in it. One is principal, another is interest. So that makes two components a little higher monthly payments. But with the mortgage, private mortgage, you pay interest only, so it's not that much high. So you have a low monthly payment, and you can buy a home without going through qualification process of banks and other financial institutions. Like if you want to buy any home, you have a down payment available, but you see that your income is not qualifying for that, or maybe your any other documents that you cannot produce at that time to financial institutional lenders, you can contact uh, private mortgage lenders, and they will lend you money for to buy your home, and you'll be another homeowner, or maybe your first homeowner, whatever, depending on case to case situation. And you can also get money to cash take out for their needs without being qualified by the banks and etc. Like in case sometime people have urgency of getting the cash, they cannot wait for 2 3 days to complete the process and procedures like normal lenders, institutional lenders. So they contact private mortgage lenders. They provide this fast cash available quickly to fulfill their needs. And another important feature here is that which is saving you uh, from the foreclosure or forced sale from the banks and financial institutions. Like if you already have a mortgage on your home, and suppose you come across any kind of a problem, like maybe temporary job loss, or maybe uh, your um, um, divorce or something happened, and you want to go through this process, and then after settling down, then you want to come back to your normal. So but what happened that due to this disrupt in your life, you face mortgage default, and when you face a mortgage default, you also face foreclosure from the bank, or forced sale situation depending on the area and a case to case. So you can push that uh, danger up to the, depending on you, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year time. So that meanwhile you can settle down your circumstances, and after settling down your circumstances, you can come back, and then you start your normal situation, normal payments. So this is another advantage from this private mortgage. Now we come to know that what type of private lenders are there, and what are their requirements, and what are the benefits for A lender and B lender. So there are two lenders actually, just like other financial institutions. Private mortgage also have A side lending and B side lending. So in a side lending, normally what happened that these are A side lenders are, as a common case, they are companies and businesses actually, like maybe it's not a person's, individual persons. So they ask you about your credit bureau. They, though it's not a beacon requirement for that, they asking you, but they just want to know what is going on your credit bureau, to assess their interest rate and other charges. And then they also ask you what is your income, and what documents you have for your income, what do you do, how much you earn for per month, and things like that. And appraisal is actually done by a standard appraisal company, which is just like a bank. They go through the same appraisal companies. They don't deviate their procedure from banks in this at this stage. So just like any other appraisal company, they send appraiser and then they do proper appraisal of your house. But there are some advantages going with the A side lender is that they have a low interest rate and charges, so less charges as well. But their submission of a mortgage application is a formal, like you usually it's been submitted through file logic um, as a common case. So it's a formal mortgage application submission. Then we talk about the B side lenders and what are the pros and cons with the B side lenders. You see, B side lenders, they don't ask about your credit bureau. This is an advantage. They are not interested. What is going on and what is your credit and what is your situation. Even if you are banco, I mean, there's a um, bad credit or something like that judgment, they have no problem. Informal or no appraisal. So what happened that these are two conditions here. One is informal, and what is informal? Informal mean that they will not go through the same appraisal company like a banks and other institution. They have their own employee person, which individual person that person visit your house. Just want to take a look inside what is the situation so that to help them assess or to the value and of your house and assess the other charges and interest rates as well. And no appraisal mean that there are some cases they will not go through the appraisal and they will take a help for another for an there is actually application that is called Terravira. They take help from the Terravira if it happens sometime when the house is maybe around 5 years old, 10 years old. So case to case, lender to lender situation. Sometimes they will not ask you for any appraisal. So they will do it through the Terravira and they will lend you money. And then informal mortgage application submission mean that they have their own pro forma. It's not very complicated, very difficult to fill up, or no professional is required to fill up that pro forma. You can do it by yourself. But the disadvantage is that by providing these facilities, they have higher service charges and interest rate because they are having more risk facing they have more risk they are facing, and so that's why they charge more interest rate and more service charges for that. So uh, how many terms of financing they have? Usually, as a common case, they have 5 terms there, starting from 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, and 2 years time. It's a kind of a standard, but it's not hard and fast rule with the private mortgage lenders. You can negotiate. It's a negotiable terms. You can adjust according to your requirement or your needs. They can change these conditions, not unlike the banks and financial institutions. So now, before ending, let me give you my services that what we have here. We have residential mortgages, we have refinancing mortgages, we have home equity line of credit. We also provide private mortgages, commercial mortgages if you want to buy for a multi-story building, commercial building, maybe some business like a gas station or something like that. We can help you for that. And business financing mean that you already have a running business, maybe a hotel, restaurant, or something like that, and you need financing or maybe refinancing for your business. We can help you. Debt consolidation, if you want to have a debt, so we can consolidate your debt into low 1 monthly payment. We can also remove your debt as well. We are insolvency counselor as well. So before ending, let me give you my personal information. We are xbanker.net is my company name. Business and financial consultant is my company. We are business and financial consultant. We are licensed mortgage and mortgage financing professional. Also, we are bankruptcy and insolvency act insolvency counselor as well. So my telephone number is there, 647-300-3304. My email is info@xbanker.net, and my website is xbanker.net. I have a mortgage license. I'm a licensed mortgage agent. But before finishing, let me tell you that there are some conditions apply for that. So this was the small insider look for this private mortgage. Hope it was an interesting topic for you. Give us a feedback, please, so that it will help us to and not only answer your questions or concern that you have, but will to improve ourselves as well. And thank you very much for watching our videos. Stay home, stay safe, and wait for our next video. What is it about? And hope you will like it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.